Good evening. I'm here to tell you the story. I'm here with my guy. This is Inky. I'm here to tell you, incidentally, the story that corresponds with the tarot card we pulled today, which is the Ten of Coins. Now, it's Inky's here, which is good because this is the story of Pan Hu. Pan Hu, you say? I think I'm saying it right. It's a Chinese story from the Yao people. Are you ready? Here we go. A long time ago, the Empress of China had an earache so terrible she sent for her physicians. From her ear, they pulled a tiny gold worm, and her pain went away immediately. Instead of killing the creature, the Empress set it on a plate under a jar and gave it a little food and water. When she next checked on it, it had become a small dog. She named the dog Pan Hu, and he soon became a favorite of the emperor, following the ruler wherever he went. So Pan Hu was one of the first to hear about the enemy king who planned to go to war with the emperor. The emperor put out a proclamation promising his daughter's hand in marriage to whoever could bring him the head of the enemy king. But the king was a terrible warrior, and no one was able to kill him. Pan Hu took matters into his own paws. He snuck into the enemy's castle, and when the king was drunk from a night of partying, Pan Hu cut off his head. The dog returned with the head of the king. The emperor then threw a feast in his honor. But Pan Hu only sulked, and the emperor realized he wanted the promised reward of marriage to the princess. The emperor explained that a human princess could not marry a dog. Pan Hu said that this problem could be fixed. He bade the emperor place him under a giant golden bell and not have anyone look at him for 7 days. The emperor did this, and for 6 days the bell rested undisturbed. On the 7th day, the princess began to worry for Pan Hu, thinking he must be hungry and thirsty. She brought him food and drink and lifted the bell only the tiniest bit, but it was enough to break the spell. Pan Hu emerged with the body of a man and the head of a dog, but the emperor still honored the union, and Pan Hu and the princess married and went on to have many, many children and even more descendants. That's a really interesting story. It's certainly not one that I had ever heard before. The key words are abundance, inheritance, and quiet. Doesn't look like quiet with all of those children around, but Ten of Coins represents stability, labor that has resulted in peace and security. We like that. The reflections are, in what ways am I wealthy? What traditions are important to me? What am I a beneficiary of? Am I growing complacent in my current situation? As always, good questions to consider. And with that, my friends, I bid you adieu. So empower your magical self, my loves, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.